Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing chapter 17 of the Summa Logicae of William of Ockham. Today's chapter is called Responses to Objections, where Ockham responds to some common arguments presented for universals. Let's get into it. First objection. 1. For something to really agree and really differ, there must be things by which they really agree and really differ. Socrates and Plato really agree on their humanity, form, and matter. Therefore, there must be an entity in them which accounts for their agreement, and an entity which accounts for their difference. Then the reply to objection 1. So here Ockham says that things agree specifically but differ numerically. That is to say, they have the same species, but they just aren't the same person. There's just more than one of them. It is by the same thing that they agree and disagree. And he asks, how can the same thing serve both for agreement and disagreement? He takes this to be the combination of a nature and an individual difference to be really identical without any distinction. So it would just be by their haecceity that they agree and disagree, which would be the same thing in Bob and Jim, or in this case, I guess, Plato and Socrates. Objection 2. Socrates and Plato agree on more than Socrates and a donkey. Therefore, there are things that Socrates and Plato agree on that Socrates and the donkey don't agree on. However, Socrates and Plato do not agree on anything that is numerically 1. Therefore, that in which they agree is not particular, so it must be common. The reply to objection 2 is the first premise does not imply the first conclusion, and second, it isn't in terms of their essence that Socrates and Plato agree more than Socrates and the donkey. It is in terms of just commonalities in their forms. They don't share humanity, they just have more properties which are kind of like each other. Objection number 3. There is some first thing in every genus that is the measure of all other things in that genus, but no particular can measure all other particulars in the same genus, for no particular can be the measure of all individuals of the same species. Therefore, there is something over and above particulars. The response to this is just that while a single particular cannot be used to measure all of the members of its genus, a particular from another genus could do so. Objection number 4. Every common notion belongs to the essence of what is subsumed under it. Therefore, a universal belongs to the essence of substance, but non-substantiality is not a part of the essence of any substance. Therefore, some universal must be a substance. And then the reply, many men are identified as men by convention, not by a distinct humanity that they all share. So there's no need to posit distinct substances, which are called universals. And then finally, the last objection, objection 5. If there is no if no universal were a substance, then all universals would be accidents. The categories would then all be accidents. Then some accident would be more general than substance, and one thing would be more general than itself, for if universals were accidents, they must be placed in the genus of quality. Then the category of quality would be common to all universals, therefore it would be common to the universal which is the same as the category of quality. And then the final responses we have here, there are no universals outside the mind, just things signified indifferently by the mind on certain occasions. Therefore, despite the fact that universals, which are intentions of the mind, are accidents, it does not follow that the things they signify are accidents. So you would be blocking the inference from premise 1 to premise 2. And then also, one thing will not be more general than another just because for one to be more general than another, there must be a distinction between them, but there is no distinction here, so they have the same extension, that is, they refer to the same set of things. And yeah, that'll be all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed these, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments.